So this is incredibly stressful for me. I have no idea. Okay. I do not know if this is working, but I don't like that. Oh, it's upside down. But no matter what I do, it's going to be upside down. That's weird. Yeah. See, there we go. I have no idea if this is working. If anybody can see me. I'm like trying like really hard. Oh my gosh. That feels really good. So apparently it says that it's live. I don't believe it. There's no way for me to see if it's actually live. And it's really dark where I am. Let's see. So according to this, it says that I am offline. I think. But then there's, oh, okay, so I have to go to the other one. One that says, this is stressful. Let me see. So it says I have been live for 1 minute and 28 seconds. Live stream status is good. Okay, so it says that I'm streaming. Oh. But now it's really dark and I lost a lot of the sun. Like you guys can't even really see me. Let's see. Let's see if I can see the live chat. Okay. So it doesn't look like anybody's on yet, which is fine. I've been having too many technical difficulties and I totally understand. So okay, so I hope you guys can, let me see if I can move to a different location so that I can get better lighting, because I know it's like really dark. And then I will just wait for hopefully someone to come back, and hopefully this app isn't as trash as the other one that I was using that I actually paid for. I don't know, it kept crashing my phone. So let's move locations and see if we can get some more sun. I already have a hat on, so it should be fine. Right here. Hope you guys can see me. Awesome. I don't think you can see me. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get too wet. I'm gonna try to run right there.
Let's see if anybody came to hang out with me again. I'm so sorry that it was so terrible. I am so sorry. Oh, hi. Love music. Hi. Thank you for coming back. I apologize about all the technical difficulties that were experienced today. It was very stressful. So that's going to be the name of today's video. This is very stressful, okay? All I wanted to do was hang out with you guys, and all I got was a bunch of struggles. So hello. Thank you for joining me. Let me see if I can send you an emoji. Oh no, but that zoomed it in a lot. Thank you. I'm kind of blind. Okay, I'm gonna send you an emoji. Hope you like it. Hold on. Done. I don't know how to send it. Oh no. Oh, there it goes. I sent you an emoji. I can see you. Can you hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me because I can see you. Awesome. Okay, so this is for my fellow. In the last video, I deleted it because I was just so upset and so frustrated. Today, like some people may know, thank you, Love Music. I think I'm saying your name right. Yeah, Love Music. So I am waiting here with my mother. She works on a food truck, and I can actually turn the camera so you guys can see her food truck. It's not hers. It's that blue one right there with all the people. It's not hers. She works for a really nice lady, and yeah, it's just us. It's okay. Maybe more people will come, maybe not. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that you stick around. She works on a food truck. Awesome, thank you. She works on a food truck, and I wanted to hang out with her today. And she also gave me money to taste some of the food at the different food trucks today. So I was going to hang out with her, and she gets off at 9. So what I was thinking was doing a live streaming and actually having a one-on-one chat with you guys, because we usually play comment tag where I won't see the comment and we don't actually have a consistent dialogue back and forth. So I thought it would be really nice to for once do a live stream and actually have face-to-face chat with you guys. So whoa, hi Cindy from Canada. I'm Kai, and I'm originally from Aurora, Illinois, but for the past maybe 10 plus years I've lived in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's so cool to have someone in a different country. It is so nice to meet you, Cindy. Okay, so the kind of food Joanne is the boss, and she has a truck called Senior Blues. She does Tex-Mex. She is Mexican in Lebanon, and she grew up in Texas. So that's her type of food is called Tex-Mex. So that's what she is known for. Oh, hi Shirley, welcome back. I found a different app, so hopefully this one works better. I just turned 20 years old in January. So I am finally out of the teens. I will be 21 next year, 2018. And on the truck they sell chimichangas. Actually, I think I'm gonna go over there. I'm kind of hungry, but they sell a lot of stuff. Nachos, all that. Yes. My mom actually runs the grill, so she doesn't make any of the meat. The meat is all pre-made at Joanne's house, but she runs the grill, so anything that you get that's like grilled and stuff, that's what she does. My mom actually, wants to have a food truck of her own. I actually work for Joanne too whenever she needs me. She wants to have a food truck of her own. She doesn't want a restaurant. She said that's too much stress, and she doesn't want to be tied down to something like a restaurant. So she is working towards her goal to actually get a food truck of her own. So today before the other live stream was ended, I actually was telling you guys about my mom's birthday. Her birthday's May 26th, and Mother's Day. So I want to take her out for Mother's Day, and I want to take her out for her birthday, and her favorite color is blue. So I was going to make her a top. I'm gonna make her a top, and I got this blue yarn. Hold on. There you go. That's the actual true color of the yarn, if you guys can see. Oh, hold on. Have you ever owned a restaurant, Cindy? because I kind of wanted her to have a restaurant for a while, but she was like, no, it's very stressful. But like, I've never met anyone that's ever owned a restaurant before. But yeah, this is the yarn that I'm going to be using to make her top out of. I was thinking of something like really cute. Um, and then like, you know how some shirts like have the peplum, they're called peplum skirts or something like that. I'm going to make her something about that, like that. But the only issue that I'm having is that I haven't really figured out what type of style that I wanted to use. So, oh, thank you. I know when I found it, this is Red Heart Super Saver. When I found it, I was really like, oh my god, it's such a beautiful blue. The only thing is I can't find any other, I've never been able to find it again. So what I'm going to be doing is substituting. If I run out, I'm going to be doing another color. Yeah. Oh, a gift shop. Cool. I wanted to do for a long time I didn't have an Etsy shop, but my mom does have a catering business, and my crochet business was a branch off of hers, so it was like all under one company. But it is kind of stressful, especially when it's like something handmade. uh, it takes away the joy of, why you actually started doing what you're doing. So, I commend people like you who can open a gift shop, and people like my mom who can take what they love and then like put it in a business. I'm not somebody who could do something like that, because I don't want crochet to ever be a chore for me, if that makes any sense. Hi, Margaret. It's so nice to see you. Thank you for joining today. You live in, ooh, greetings. Thank you, Margaret. That makes me feel so happy. Thank you so much. My phone's actually probably gonna die soon, so I might be moving to the car, but we're gonna worry about that later. Margaret, thank you so much for coming onto our live video. That makes me really happy that you enjoy the content that I put out. Oh, cool. For 5 years. That's a long time. I'm just not the type of person who could really like own a business. Is that sun right here getting on your guys' nerve? Because it's getting on my nerves. Just let me know. Oh, you do Avon. Ooh. My mom did Mary Kay for a while, and we know some people who do Mary Kay. I don't know if it's just me who can see like this sun ray, but if you can see it, let me know. And if it's annoying, just let me know. Actually, guys, just give me an excuse to move. I kind of want to, I found like a really good spot, because to my left, it's a water park. And like every time the water splashes, it cools me, because I live in Vegas. So, you guys can feel free to ask me any questions. Oh yeah, Shirley, you're from Virginia too. I actually went to DC, was maybe about 2 summers ago. I went on a church trip, and I visited the Smithsonian. That was one of the best. Oh, and Arlington. I went to Arlington too. That was one of the best experiences of my whole entire life. I'm not even kidding. That was the first time that I ever have been to Virginia, and it was a lot of fun. I had so much fun. And I'm from Aurora. My mom's from Chicago. So I spent a lot of time. Okay, is it annoying, Shirley? Just let me know if it's annoying. I don't mind having a halo. I think I'm an angel. My mom would probably say otherwise, but I think I'm pretty cool. What I was saying, oh, my mom's from Chicago, and we used to ride the trains out there all the time. I don't know, I can't lower my tripod anymore. It's okay. We used to ride the trains out there all the time. So it was so fun going to Virginia and being able to ride the trains again. I don't know. That just, not the trains, but the subway. That just gave me a lot of joy. I mean, they're smelly, but it didn't bother me none. We actually plan on going back to DC sometime soon to see the African American museum that they just put up. When we were there, um, it's cold in Canada. Yeah, I tried to. I'm not gonna worry about it. You know, who doesn't need some vitamin D? I hope I got that right. Sun is vitamin D. Oh my gosh, there's this dog and he's huge, so cute. I love dogs. Okay, it's just annoying me because I can probably see it the most. But if I scoot up, it'll be alright. It's cold in Canada, Ontario. My uncle actually lives in Canada. I'm not too sure which part of Canada he lives in. I'd have to ask him. But I think he lives in one of the major cities. And I was like, cool, I got family out there. That gives me a big excuse to actually go. Because when I tell people I want to visit Canada, they're like, why? What's out there? I'm like, stuff to do, people, food. Of course. Of course, of course, of course. I want to visit the yarn shop that you work at. I would love to do that. Ah, thank you, Cindy. I didn't want this live stream going to be on the internet. And I don't want people to be like, she's stupid. It's not vitamin D. Yep. So we would love to go back to Arlington now. That was seeing JFK's memorial. Oh my gosh. It was just beautiful, like all the way around. That's so weird, Cindy, because I don't want it to get any more summer here. Because trust me, Vegas is no joke. Like when people come to Vegas, I'm like, don't come during the summer. Don't do it. Like if you're going to go anywhere during the summer in the States, please go to California where there's a beach everywhere. Because if you come to Vegas and you're not ready, I promise you, it's so hot here that it's like you don't want to leave your house. That's how hot it gets. I can't handle it sometimes. So when it was colder, it was like one of the coldest winters that we had, in my opinion. I didn't complain about it because once it hits summer in Vegas, you're gonna die. It's so hot. It's terrible. I don't know. I'm not really like into the city life. I grew up in the suburbs, and then I pretty much lived in quiet neighborhoods all the time. But when I was in DC, I really was looking around like I could live here. It was so beautiful. And then we went exploring. So we did go with a church trip, but we pretty much did. It was cheaper for us to buy our tickets and all of our amenities by ourselves. So what we did was we flew out a day earlier, and we were leaving a day later. So we took that time to explore. It was just so beautiful there, and I would love, love, love to go back. Canadians are grumpy in the winter. Ah, you do? Oh yeah, I bet. Okay, Vegas in November, you're gonna be okay. I promise you. It's definitely, I wouldn't necessarily say it's light jacket weather. Don't put on a sweater, but definitely bring a jacket. This it gets really cold at night, but during the day, oh my gosh. So basically, coming to Vegas is definitely playing chicken, because you don't know if you're gonna get cold weather, but you can definitely just budget for warmer weather. So if you come to Vegas in November, let me know, because I would love to show you around the town. Yes, absolutely, Cindy. So it definitely cools down a lot in November, and then definitely once it hits like December, a little bit into January is when January, like closer to February, is when it actually starts heating up again. You can stop wearing jackets. So I would definitely say bring a light jacket. Don't wear, if you're gonna be walking around like the strip, and the strip is basically like where the big attraction is, and if you're going to be going like to Fremont, don't wear heels or sandals. Wear comfortable shoes. I see a lot of tourists don't understand like the sidewalks and the roads here are very like treacherous kind of. So just make sure you're ready with very comfortable shoes. Hi, Valencia. Virginia, too. Wow. No, we don't have all 4 seasons. We have 2 seasons. It's either winter or it's summer. So, yeah, we don't. And then when it rains, it's like, what's going on? Because, like in Vegas, you'll never know when it's going to rain. Like, we don't have a rain season, we don't have a spring season. It's either winter or it's summer here. That's what it's like. I can't believe so many of you guys are from Virginia. Is that trying to tell me that I need to follow my first mind and move there? Ooh, Chris Angel. I used to watch his show, but I've never actually went to one of his shows here. I just remember it was broadcast on TV when he walked up the side of the pyramid, and the pyramid's the one, it has like, no, that's the Lux. Yeah, the Lux is the pyramid. It has the light that shines out. He did that. Wow. So it seems like you're going to be on this strip a lot. You also have to be very patient because traffic there is like horrendous, okay? So I'm telling you. You just got to be prepared. I would also suggest that you visit Fremont. So Fremont is the original strip here in Las Vegas. So if you're going to see Chris Angel, make sure you give Fremont a visit and then Container Park. It's really cool down there, and you'll see a lot of crazy characters out there. I promise you. Yes, Miss Valencia, I'm telling you. Like today is a beautiful day. That's why there's a lot of people at the park, because once it starts really getting into summer, it gets so unbearably hot. Yeah, the weather. It's like once you have those the like, so one, I would always recommend people come. Uh, what's this month? This is Start coming to Vegas April and May, because that's when you get this weather is beautiful. Like it's hot sometimes, but then like throughout the day you'll get these nice breezes. If you're trying to come like June, July, August, that type of situation, that's when you're gonna wish you never step foot here. That's when it starts getting hot. So if you ever want to like plan a trip, come when it's end of March. April's good, and then May. That's the best time to come. So if you guys have any other questions to ask me, go ahead. This can be a question and answer video as well. This is so fun, actually, talking to you guys right here. I'm glad I got the whole live situation sorted out. It was it was so frustrating. I really wanted to cry when I was doing that previous live stream and then it just cut out. Okay, so I had a couple ideas about, if I'm looking down, I had to jerry rig the system. So I have my phone, which I'm actually recording on, and my mom's phone, which is how I'm seeing the chat. So let me see. Thank you, Cindy. Me too. So I was like really, like I talked about it a little bit at the end of my podcast about how I was like really nervous, because I was like, Nobody crochets. Now, I understand that people do crochet, but for me, yes, ma'am. Um, as for me, I'm the only one in my family that does it, so I wasn't really expecting the multitude of people on YouTube that actually crochet too. So I'm glad that I took that leap and I actually started doing that. And sure. Okay, I got a call, so I don't think that interrupted the live. Okay, Shirley says, have you ever met celebs there? Celebs. No, I haven't personally met any celebrities. I wish. The issue is if a celebrity, now my mom working in the casino, she has. I have to ask her who all that she's met. But for me personally, I don't go to the casinos, so so I haven't seen anyone there. And if there are celebrities here, they're usually on the strip, and I don't go to the strip, so I haven't met any. But I'm not saying that people don't meet celebrities here, just not me personally. But my mom, she was a dealer at the casino for like years. So she's definitely met some people in her time dealing. How long have you been crocheting? I've been crocheting since 2014, so almost 3 years. Almost 3 years. I learned at my grandma's house. I had took a trip with my choir. Oh, excuse me. And I just decided to stay in Chicago, visit my grandma. She lived in Aurora, and my family. And I learned there. I was like really bored, and my youngest cousin was doing it, and I was like, "Oh, Granny's teaching me," and she taught me, and it's been like the best thing ever. I was in Vegas many years ago. Yeah, I'm not old. Well, am I old enough to go on the machine? I am old enough to go on the machines, but with me, I have a very addictive personality. I have a very addictive personality, so I know that gambling isn't something that I need to do. But I like watching people do it. I'll watch people do it, but I can't do it. And thank you for your service, Valencia. I appreciate it. Mhm. I mainly crochet, and I just got into knitting because I want to knit socks. I would have to say that crochet is definitely my cup of tea. I do hope you come back to Vegas. It's changed a lot. So yeah, as far as like my mom's talk goes, I had a couple ideas about what I wanted to do. So there was this design that I had saw on Pinterest, and luckily, oh, hi Danny. Oh my gosh, yeah. I understand that the whole black people don't do that. Black people don't do a lot of things. That's a flawed logic that a lot of the black community has. For me personally, I have a very supportive family who they're like, okay, you're weird, but you know what you want to do, you're great at it, so they just leave me alone. But yeah, for me, I like to I watch Korean dramas and anime and all that, and I got that a lot. Black people don't do that sentence. And I'm like, but we do. I mean, we're just normal people. You know, we have interests of our own. It's really hard being the only crafter in a non-crafting family. I tried to get my brothers in it, but they're like, that's for women. And I'm like, I hope you guys realize that way back in the day, the men were the tailors, the men were the knitters, and they did all of that. It's not a woman's hobby, it's a hobby for everyone. But I definitely have gotten that really flawed logic before. But I'll just say, sometimes men just don't get it. I think that crocheting, knitting, sewing is really, oh my gosh, I need some chapstick. It's really fundamental for everybody to learn. It's just like learning multiple languages, you know, it'll benefit you in the long run. Because I like to tell people who like to think that I'm weird for crocheting, like when the apocalypse happens and there's an abundance of yarn and not an abundance of necessities like blankets and clothing, I will be covered. My family will be covered because, you know, I know how to do a lot of those things. And then it gets people thinking like, oh, maybe she's right. Maybe I should learn. And I'm like, yeah, you should. And I'll be more than happy to teach you. If you guys have any suggestions on what I can do for my mom's top, I would really appreciate it because I want to make sure it looks really pretty and flattering. So, she really likes the black top that I did, that I showed you guys with the zipper. But she wants it long, like an actual shirt. So I'm trying to figure out what I can do to make it actually fitting for her body. It's a process. Designing clothing is definitely a process because it's like if I make something for myself, it's not necessarily going to fit the next person. So that's where I'm at in this journey with making her a top. What does that mean though? Maddie's so right. It doesn't make sense. Like, what does that mean? You should ask him, Danny. You're like, what does that mean? What do I do that black people don't do? I would like to know what that means. If you ask him, please let me know what he means by that because it doesn't make any sense. So right now I'm working on the beautiful shells. But honestly, Danny, I get that a lot too. Because when I was growing up and like when I was at school and all of that, I wasn't really interested in what black kids were supposed to be interested in. So I was like, oh, you just want to, I was like, you want to be, I'm gonna go say it. I was told that I wanted to be white, or I was told that I wanted to be any other race but what I was. But the thing is, it happened to me a lot because of the way that I speak. And I'm like, you know, my mother, she doesn't, we don't use a lot of slang. Now, I'm not saying we don't use slang at all when we speak to each other, but we generally don't use a lot of slang at all. So because I was a little bit more articulate than most, I was like labeled as an outcast. It was really weird to me because the way I grew up, it was just normal. Like I understand what slang is and I will use it, you know, with my family. But when I'm speaking to, say I'm speaking to you all or an elder, it's just not something that I was taught that I should do. And it was definitely a big culture shock when I moved to Nevada because I noticed that a lot of the children here, or the kids my age, don't really use yes sir, yes ma'am when they're speaking to elders. So that was something that they thought was weird that I did. And black people don't do this, but I'm like, black people do a lot of things. Trust me. So, I wanted to ask you guys, what are you up to? What is currently on your hook or on your needles? Just let me know. Oh. Can you guys hear me? I'm not too sure if the video is still streaming. Hello. Low power mode. So the quality of the video might go down. Like I said, my phone's dying. But just let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm actually gonna go over to the truck and see what's up. Okay, so I'm not too sure if you guys can hear me or anything, but let me check the stats. Says the streaming is still good. Okay,